Angeles, the fantasy Hook, starring Robin Williams as a grown-up Peter Pan, Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook, and Julia Roberts as a 7-inch tall Tinkerbell, held its premiere and post-premiere party. But we wanted to know what happens before all this hoopla. How's it all put together? It started 4 days earlier with the construction of a 40,000 square foot tent next to Columbia Studios in Culver City that will house the post-screening party. For 3 days, the tent is filled with pirate-style sets, props, and tables for the 2,500 guests, all under the direction of John Chuck, whose company puts on events like this.
This is like a giant jigsaw puzzle, about 40,000 square feet worth, and we have 4 days to put it up and about a day to take it down.
Yeah. Looks delicious.
The massive catering job for the party is handled by Mary McCucci and her staff.
We have something like 15 food stations with hundreds of pounds of roast beef and turkeys and sausages and homemade soups. And it goes on and on and on and on.
On the morning of the actual premiere, Chuck goes to the theater to put up barricades and ropes, keeping back the photographers and news crews.
There will be about 17 limos coming in with various celebrities. They'll be right here.
Then Security Chief Doug Collins takes charge with his staff of 20 who stake out the area, watching the crowds and keeping the stars safe. Harry! When the stars arrive hours later, it's a safe and easy walk to the theater. Robin Williams comes with his family. He plays Peter Pan in the movie, but says he'd like to have tried the villainous Captain Hook with a twist.
Maybe a little more like William F. Buckley. Yeah, very much like a Republican Hook, a kinder, gentler Hook.
Julia Roberts says she liked working on the film, even though she only shared scenes with one other actor.
It was great working with Robin. I didn't really work with anybody else, so we had a really great time, though.
After the screening, the stars make their way to the party tent, none realizing the days of preparation that went into making their night special. But John Chuck says he's pleased anyway.
When you get the right elements together, you can have a very successful event, and that's the way this has turned out, so I'm very satisfied.
In addition to the
Save your children, of course.
How do you know about my kids?
Everybody knows. Captain Hook's got him, and you've got to fight him. Let's fly!
For Steven Spielberg, Hook must have been a director's dream to make. This story of a grown-up Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and evil Captain Hook.
Hello, children.
An epic battle to rescue Peter Pan's 2 children takes place amid spectacular special effects. Spielberg told me he was nervous every day he went to work.
I still get that queasiness in my stomach on the first day, on any given day of production, because I don't know what's going to happen that day. I don't know what the adventure is going to be. I don't know if we're going to make magic or if we're just going to make mud. I don't know.
You had your stars doing all that great swashbuckling, sword-fighting stuff. It had to have been fun.
That was fun. We choreographed the sword fights, and I'd be coming back from dailies, and I'd see Robin and Dustin practicing in their street clothes with their trainers, with their like old Hollywood. Look at this. 2 of the biggest movie stars in the world didn't go to lunch. You know, they're between 2 large sound stages, hitting each other with swords.
It is the perfect film for you to make, though. You are Peter Pan.
Well, I think part of me is, you know, and I think part of me is the humorless character Robin plays in the first part of this story.
With no time for the family.
Especially when I'm working and I got my mind on the movie, you know, and I had to kick myself, and I was calling my family, calling home while I was shooting the picture, because scenes were reminding me that, gee, when was the last time I saw the kids?
Soon, Stephen, father of 2, will have another little one at home. He and wife Kate Capshaw are expecting another child in February.
Do you think that the birth of a child somehow rekindles all that in you and makes you much more sure that you're not going to lose the child in you?
I have found I've had family, and as my family has grown, the more carpet time I spend. And you can't ever grow up. You'll always be Peter Pan when you've got kids of your own, and you're stuck on the floor with them happily.
And so long as Steven Spielberg never completely grows up, the rest of us should have some pretty wonderful films to look forward to. Lisa Gibbons, Entertainment Tonight.